Hello guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another reading. Today we're going to take a look at who are you becoming and what are you attracting in your life. You can choose from 4 different piles today, and they are pile 1, Nightingale with the Dalmatian Jasper. We have pile 2, the Elephant with the Shiva Lingam stone. Pile 3, the Fish with the crystal Apatite. And last but not least, the Wolf with Hematite. If you need to pause the video to choose which pile resonates with you, you can do so now. Or if your intuition is quite fast, you can choose your pile and then I'll see you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Nightingale and the Dalmatian Jasper. So I want to quickly say a few things about the Jasper, which I feel will be your topic here. And that is that the Dalmatian Jasper helps us with attuning to our own personal power. And with a Nightingale here, I feel that you have a problem expressing yourself or expressing something that you find that is important for you or something that is important for your life. And I feel that a lot of you might have problems with your throat chakra. So I feel that maybe there is something that you always wanted to say, but you held yourself back because you were afraid of being mocked or ridiculed or judged. And I feel that you guys are a bit shy, and that the person you will be becoming is somebody who will be able to speak freely, to speak openly, and to be very confident in what you have to say and the way you say it. But we're going to look at this a bit more in detail. We're going to pull cards for who you are now on the left, and then we're going to pull cards for who you're becoming on the right. But this Nightingale gives us a good insight into what this topic might be. So definitely your personal power, the power of expression, of maybe talking in front of people, maybe just being able to express what you think, what you feel, is a problem for you at the moment. And I feel that will be changing for the better in the future. But let's take a deeper look at this. You see, I already stutter once I started doing your group, so I'm definitely sensing that this definitely has to do with some speaking or maybe singing or just expressing yourself to somebody who you are actually afraid that are going to reject you, mock you, or ridicule you. And this is why you keep quiet, or if you even try to say something, you start to stutter. But let's see who you are now. Pile 1. Who are you now? What do we need to know here? Who are you now? We have the Mother. Light attributes: nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. And we have the shadow attributes: smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So what I'm actually getting from this is that whether you're a mother or not, it doesn't matter, because it will apply to all of you who picked this pile. I feel that you don't have a good way of expressing your own needs. You don't have a very clear or meaningful way to express yourself in order for other people to understand what you're truly wanting from this connection with them. And I feel that you are wanting to react in a certain way, but it always comes out the wrong way. Either you end up guilt tripping somebody, or you end up lecturing somebody, and you feel like you're a mother to somebody, or like mothering them, and they should know better. whether this pertains to your own children or maybe your sister, brother, parents, friend, colleague, it doesn't matter. I feel like you want to do what's best for all people involved, but the problem is the way your words come out. It seems like you're smothering or guilt tripping people. And I know that this is not your intention, but that's the way it comes out. And this is why I started to stutter. I definitely feel that you are lacking the skills to communicate clearly and to be able to get your message across to somebody the way you intended to come across. And don't worry about that, because those skills can be learned if you decide to maybe study up on that. But let's take a deeper look into who are you now, pile one. Who are you now? Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Cups. And let's take one more. Who are you now, pile one? And the Sun. Very interesting. I could swear that I had this exact card spread yesterday in the reading I did. And I do have to take a look at it because it's way too similar here, the message that I'm getting. So anyway, so you guys are somebody who is very self-sufficient. You are very organized. You're very productive. Whether this pertains to work or your relationships or your health, it applies the same. So you are somebody who is very, very organized, very structured, very much accomplished. And you have been through a lot in order to get to that point. And now you have taken the role of somebody's mentor, a mother, a consultant, or just a friend that wishes to help. But unfortunately, even though you do possess the knowledge that is necessary for the other person to hear, you lack the skills to actually teach that knowledge to somebody else. And this is where the problems start rising. Because I feel that even though you have good intentions and you do try to help, it always comes across as demanding, as shaming, and you just don't know how to properly express your thoughts, your experiences, your feelings. And other people react in such a way that they start to reject you, they start to judge you, and they start to maybe even picking fights with you. And this is where I feel that you within yourself feel a bit powerless. And this is where the throat chakra comes in the personal power, because I feel that you are so trying to do a good job that you're actually doing too much, and it becomes excessive. Because you do want to help, you do want to contribute, but unfortunately it comes across as very authoritative, as very demanding and smothering as well. And I know that this is not an easy thing to hear, but I think that one thing that can soothe you is that many of us have the same issue, or at least in some aspects of our life we have the same issue. So don't be alarmed if this triggers you a bit, because this is something that actually a lot of people have problems with. It is something that can be resolved with a bit of training, with a bit of studying, of communication, and types of people, how they perceive and how they take on information and how they process that information. So I feel like this is something that can be corrected quite easily. So don't be alarmed just because the cards are saying that this message is the one that wants to come through to you. But luckily, this is the person who you are at the moment, but now we're going to see the person who you are becoming. And you are already becoming that person, which means you are moving away from this into something else. So let's take a look. Who are you becoming? Oh God, femme fatale. I so had this yesterday in my reading. It was the same two cards. I even think the Nightingale was the central theme. I do have to check. This is insane. So the femme fatale, we have light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart where your dependency is rejected. And then we have the shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So for some of you, I feel that you might be a parent and you might be married or in a partnership that is serious, that is long lasting. And for some reason, you may want to end it because you haven't been feeling like it's going well. And you do want to end this, and you want to become somebody who will be free from all the interactions you've been having with your partner, with your children, maybe with your relatives, in which you basically feel like there's no place for you and that you simply cannot get along with them. Whatever you do or whatever you say, it turns out to be something bad. And I feel that a lot of you, either you will be changing status from taken to single because you feel it's time to stop contributing to this situation and to this interaction and to maybe find your lack elsewhere. Or for others of you, you will learn the way to use your words, the way to use your body language to assert yourself. But when I say assert, I mean to get across, to get the message across to the people who you're having interactions with. So I definitely see you stepping into your power here. But this is a type of power that might be a bit manipulative. I do have to say that. So be careful, guys, when you change this behavior for another behavior. Bear in mind that when you do that change, that it is something that is positive and not just to exchange one questionable behavior with another questionable behavior just because it gives you a certain result that you currently want to achieve here. So bear that in mind before you take on a certain behavior in order to fix the situation, because you will just change one problem with another. So I do want to point that out here because it will be very necessary for a lot of you guys when you start changing your behavior to change it in a way that is durable, that is functional for the long run. Okay, but I do see you finding your confidence, finding your self-allure. I don't know how to say that. You will feel more confident and attractive within you, and you will be able to express yourself much better than you did before. But still, bear in mind that even this energy has its healthy boundaries, and do not step over them. I feel that I need to warn you guys about that. But let's take a deeper look. Who are you becoming? Pile 1. Who are you becoming? We have the Temperance. We have the 5 of Wands. Who are you becoming? Okay. And we have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So I'm definitely seeing you making some type of a commotion. So you're gonna stir some people up. They're going to be some conflicts. There's going to be some nagging about the changes you are making, and you will fight back. This is what I see, because here I don't see you fighting back in a sense that you are talking with somebody face to face about the problem. You are using different types of communication skills to influence people. But here, you will have no problem telling somebody into their face that they are wrong, that you don't want to do something in the way that I expect you to do. And you will have no problem arguing or having a fight with somebody in order to stand up for yourself, which is definitely an improvement that I see here. However, do bear in mind that with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands, whatever you decide to do next here, whatever will motivate you to do this change, to change your appearance, to change the way you communicate, to change maybe your marital status, that it doesn't come from a place of hastiness, of lack of better judgment. So do inform yourself of whether there are better ways of attaining the thing you want to attain for yourself, and not just start burning bridges, okay? Because this is what I see. It's like you're going to cut people off, and then you're going to have a confrontation with them because you cannot go back. But within this confrontation, you could maybe lose even the things that are dear to you and that actually have meaning for you, because you were too quick to act and too quick to stop and think what is actually going on here and what will be the long-term effects of this change. So this is why I got a bit of a warning not to use this behavior and energy in a way that might be destructive, because I feel that there is a good chance of you losing something that is dear to you because you adapted this behavior without giving it a second thought, or at least finding a bit more information on what this energy might do to your surroundings. But let's take a look at what can you let go so that you can become this person. What is ready to be let go from your life? Wealthy man, yeah. So if you are married, if you have a partner, whether that is a romantic partner, business partner, I feel like this relationship is no longer serving you. There is not much that is connecting the two of you together. And this is one of the reasons you want out. This is why I got the change of your marital status. Because I do feel some of you do want a divorce here and you want to become single again. So I feel like the time has come for you to really release this person from your life. And bear in mind the connection here, wealthy man with the, let's say, gold digger with the shadow attribute. I know you do have rights to their money, but maybe don't go way too far. Don't make it a war, because you might lose a great deal in order for you to take a bit more money from this person, if that's a possibility for you here. So don't be blind by the amount of money that you might be able to take from this person, but think of a broader picture. What else might I lose in my pursuit of this person's money? Because I feel like there is something more valuable that can be lost if you decide to butt heads with this person. And let's see, what are you attracting in your life by becoming this person? What are you attracting? Pile one. We have expectation. Yeah, I feel like you are setting your standards really high, which is kind of a good thing, because you should expect a lot for yourself. You always should expect the best for yourself. But I feel like this type of expectations are making you feel a bit entitled. And this is why I'm getting that you should be very mindful of how much you want to take from this person, because this entitlement might cost you a great deal with something else, which is actually more important than taking this person's money, than shaming them, than showing everybody who that person really is. So don't get blinded or blindsided by the anger or your wish to revenge, because I feel like there is something great that might be lost if you do that. Okay, bear that in mind. Pile 1. Now let's take one card for advice, something that you should hear about this situation and that will be the best guidance for you, pile 1. We have courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Yeah, so basically your steps are shown within this reading, but you have already been shown the steps within your everyday life. You already know what to do here. You know that this is no longer a connection you are willing to invest in, nor it will give you any benefit. And I feel that you need to find your own power by stepping out of this connection, whether it's a love connection, business connection, or whichever other connection it might be. But do bear in mind not to go into the other opposite from this and to start being bitter or angry or revengeful, because that will cost you. That will cost you in some other aspect, which you do not want to lose. My dear pile 1, this was your reading. It was quite interesting, and I do hope you resolve this situation for your best interest, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful elephant and the Shiva Lingam stone. I always say that the elephant is probably one of my favorite animals when it comes to readings, because it reminds me of the Lord Ganesh. I very much admire Lord Ganesh, and it always makes me happy when I think about it. And as you guys might know, Lord Ganesh is the destroyer of obstacles, and he's very funny, very humorous, and I feel that for a lot of you with this card, you are somebody who has had a lot of obstacles in their life, but you have always been able to overcome them. And with great dedication and great focus, you have really surpassed everything that came before you and everything that was like a blockage on your path towards your goals or toward your desires. But this is who you are now, and I feel that the person you are becoming is the person who will finally connect the dots, somebody who will finally realize why those obstacles were put in there in the first place and how they are all connected, and they made you go into a certain direction in your life. And without those obstacles, I feel you will see that this position when you are heading now, the person you will be becoming, or the person who you are already becoming, wouldn't be able to emerge without those obstacles that you had to face. And I feel that you will maybe for the first time understand faith. You will understand that all the troubles you went through have been put there, and you've been put to experience them in order for you to learn something from them. And then to have all the skills, all the values, all the perceptions, and all the interests that you need to have in order to be the person who you are becoming, which we're going to take a look a bit later. So I'm going to pull a few cards to see who you are now on the left, and then after that we're going to take a look at who you are becoming. But we can already see with the elephant that you will be looking at things differently, especially you will look at your past differently, and maybe you will even let go of certain resentments that you've been carrying for a long time. This is what I'm getting. But let's take a look, pile 2. Who are you right now? Who are you right now? Pile 2. We have the child nature. So light attributes, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, and the shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. What I'm getting from this is that because you have faced a lot of turmoil in your life, you have become somebody who doesn't trust people easily. You have become somebody who thinks that there's always somebody that's out there to get you, out there to sabotage you, that life is not fair, that people are cruel, and that you just are not able to get your lucky break. You can go a long way, but not all the way. You can come very far within your career, your personal life, your health, or whatever this pertains to, but your goal can never be achieved because somebody will betray you. And I feel that you have lost your sense of how it feels to trust people, how it feels to allow other people to help you because you've been doing everything alone. And each time you thought somebody's there willing to help you, they have used you and in a way sabotaged your path ahead. And I feel like this is who you are now. And I feel that will change for you and you will see the bigger picture in this. But let's take a few more cards first to see who you are now, and then we're going to take a look at who you are becoming, pile 2. So who are you right now, pile 1? Who are you right now, pile 2? Sorry guys, not pile 1. Who are you right now, pile 2? We have the 10 of Cups. We have the High Priestess. Yeah, and you have the 5 of Swords. So definitely somebody betrayed you, and it was somebody who was very close to you. Somebody either from your family, maybe your partner, maybe even your child, if you have one. Or maybe you had a business partnership that felt like it was going to last your whole life because it was so unbreakable. But unfortunately, something happened which totally left you disillusioned. Maybe some of you were even hopeless in that situation and you didn't know how to rise above it. But you did. We see that you did. But at that particular moment, I feel that not only did you lose trust in other people, you lost your trust in yourself as well, in your intuition and your inner guidance. And I feel like this is the biggest issue here. It's not as much that people have betrayed you and then you now have a lack of trust in them. It's the trust that you lost when it comes to listening to yourself and to listening to your intuition, to listening to your inner guidance. And this is the biggest problem here because you feel like you cannot rely on anything that feels good from inside because it will be ruined and will be taken away from you in the most harsh and painful way. This is what I'm getting for you. So this situation at the moment, it is actually very painful. This is what I see, but you still have made it this far, which is very interesting, which tells me about the enormous strength you possess, pal, too. Enormous strength that you possess and endurance here. So I feel like you should at least congratulate yourself for being able to come this far, because with this lack of trust in yourself and people around you, it is a miracle, and you have been able to attain this level here. But let's see who you are becoming, pal, too. Who are you becoming? We have the goddess, beautiful. So the light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And the shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. So I'm definitely seeing you becoming a person that can once again and once more open their heart and trust themselves, but other people as well. Because the goddess, the feminine, is a person that gives, that shares, that opens up herself selflessly. And because she can do that, she's open to receive back the thing that she has put out. So I definitely feel that this will be overcome. You will overcome this and become somebody who is ready and willing to trust other people and to trust your own inner guidance again, which is very beautiful to see here. Let's see what else. Who are you becoming, pal, too? What do we need to know here? We have the King of Cups. Beautiful. I like to see the King of Cups for you here. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Good. So I'm definitely seeing you being in control of your own emotions, seeing you knowing how much to put into something and how much you can get out of something. So there is a good emotional balance that will come out of this for you. And I feel you will be making better connections, and you may not be very intensely connected with a lot of people. You might only have 2 or 3 people who are really close to you, and that's perfectly fine. But you will be able to make connections that will be based on some common interest. And there will be respect, there will be trust, because the interest will be bigger than the people who are involved. And there will be respect because of that bigger and higher interest that you share. So I definitely feel that a major change will occur for you. And I feel that your life will look a lot different, and it will be easier. All the stabs in the back you had in the past will finally be put to rest, and they will be left in the past where they belong. And with the Three of Pentacles, I see you being able to cooperate, to enter in collaborations with other people because of the higher interest you share. And you will know that these people will not cross you over, and you will be able to make something great because those people share the same interest and see the same and share the same vision as you. And I feel like this will change for the better, pal, too. And I'm so happy for you, because I feel that you have been through enough. And then it's time for you to experience something more pleasant, something that feels a bit more relaxed, so that you can be in ease. Let's see what can be let go from your life at the moment. So what can you let go? so that you can become this person? What can you let go, pile 2? We have the child. Interesting. So, like I already said, whether there is somebody from your family who has betrayed you or disappointed you, I feel that way forward for you is to maybe distance yourself from that person, maybe at least for some period of time. It doesn't have to be permanent, but for enough time so that you can heal these trust issues and then find a better way for you to operate on a daily basis, and then maybe try to see if the relationship is fixable. And for others of you, it's very interesting how she holds a bunny here and this child holds a bunny here. Wow, this is so interesting. Maybe that's a special message for somebody who is watching this. But I definitely feel that both of these cards, and both of them are child, are actually saying you need to start trusting life more. You are no longer a child. You're not somebody who is dependent on their parents or on some figure, on some authority that is bigger, older, and wiser than you. I feel that these 2 cards are wanting to stress out that you are the person that is ready to step into the role of a leader, of somebody who has authority, somebody who has wisdom, and you are no longer a child. It is time for you to grow up because you have been through enough experiences so that role of a parent, of a boss, of a leader is not so far away. You have all the skills and experiences to be able to be capable of doing whatever this role is doing. So this is quite interesting here for me. And I feel like there is something in your life that this bunny represents. Like something where maybe something that makes you feel secure, or a place you go to when you want to feel secure. And I feel like it's time to let go of that bunny. It's like training wheels, you know? They have a good use, but at some point you need to stop using them. So whatever this is, whether it's a habit, whether it's a place you go to, whether it's a person you advise yourself with, I feel like it's time for you to let it go, because this person does not need the bunny. This person has everything within himself or herself to be in this role, to be in this identity. If you guys don't mind, I would definitely like to know what this bunny is in your life, what it represents. So maybe leave me a comment on what this bunny is in your life. It's very interesting. I would like to know. I'm definitely very intrigued now. And let's see, what are you attracting in your life, pile 2? What are you attracting in your life? We have concern. I don't feel that you will be worried as much. I feel like you will be stepping into the older role, and the older role unfortunately does have certain concerns that you have to think about, or certain aspects of your life that a little child doesn't have to take care of and the parent does. So definitely this role does have its responsibilities as well, but I feel like you can handle it. I feel like you are more than capable of doing this, and you don't have to run away from responsibilities anymore. You are ready to step into that role and do something major and great for yourself and for your life. Let's get some advice, get some guidance for you, pile 2, for this situation and for the person you are becoming. The right action. Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. Interesting. So aparigraha is one of the things that you can learn if you start learning yoga, or maybe even more in detail, Ashtanga yoga. And aparigraha is actually a concept, a principle where you can really determine and discriminate the right actions for you from the wrong actions for you. Because there will be something happening spontaneously, like naturally in your life. When something wants to leave your life, let it go. Do not hold on to it. Like this child is holding on to their bunny. You're holding on to something here, pal, too, which you have outgrown. You have outgrown and you no longer need it. So let go of that training wheels and take a hold on what is already opening up for you here. Something wants to come into your life. Maybe you were offered a job position. You were offered maybe a new relationship or whatever this is. And you have been very reluctant on agreeing to it because you are still holding on to something. And I feel like life is stirring you into this direction because it is right for you. And because you have trust issues, you don't trust the life that is taking you there. You don't trust the life is going to take you in the right direction, but this is the right action to take, pal, too. This is just an amazing reading. I have to say, it's leaving me so puzzled because I don't know what this bunny is, but it's definitely very meaningful to you, but you are somebody who has outgrown this bunny and you need to let it go because it's keeping you stuck in this position that is not so comfortable anymore. And you can become something great here. And you need to lose the bunny, guys. You need to lose the bunny. So if you are keen on letting me know what the bunny is, I would be most grateful because it does help me with my readings and with interpreting cards. So if you are ready to help me out on this, I would be very grateful. But if not, that's okay too. I hope this resonated and I hope that I see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the fish and the crystal apatite. So what I'm getting from the fish here is that you're somebody who has a lot of interest, or you're just somebody who is not ready to settle down. You want to experience the world, you want to travel, you want to have all sorts of different experiences. But because you are so open to everything and you're interested in a lot of things at once, I feel that you haven't been able to materialize any of your goals because your goals tend to change from day to day, maybe even within a day. And I feel that for you here, guys, is that you are somebody who will learn. You will become the person who will learn how to use all of your interests, how to do all of those, not having to compromise any of them, and still be able to attain something tangible with it, and to set your goals in a proper way and achieve them eventually. So we're going to take a look at who you are now on the left and then who you will become on the right. But I feel with the fish, like this energy sums it up. You are somebody who currently is very restless and doesn't see a set path for yourself, or you don't see the way you wish to go because of the different interests you have. But I will tell you guys that all of those different interests can be linked into something that is mutual at some point in your life, but that will open up for you when you start achieving little goals along the path of each and every interest you have. But let's dive a bit deeper here to see who you are now. Pile 3. What do we need to know? Who you are now. We have the King. The light attributes: enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes: excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So I do not feel that a lot of you here are entitled, not in that sense at least. I feel that you have this belief deep inside yourself that you have the right to do all of your interests and that you shouldn't have to settle just for one because somebody says that you need to focus on one thing, you need to do this, or else your energy will disperse and you will do nothing. And I do have to agree with those people in terms of you do need to focus on one thing in order for it to grow. But I feel that you're special in a way because I can attest to this. I was in this type of energy before, and I feel like I could give you some guidance on this because I feel like this was me a few years ago in this sense. So you guys have different interests that at this point in time and from your current perspective don't have anything in common. You don't see a way to make them work, but you do want to do all of those, and preferably at the same time, so not to have to negotiate on which one will you do now and which one will you do like in 6 months. And I totally get you guys, and this is possible. However, the energy you're currently in is without proper focus, without proper management, and you do need a bit of a structure here in order for you to gain what you want to gain from having all those types of interests at the same time. So instead of believing those people that you need to choose one path because they are right and at the same time they are not right, you do need to at least set some small goals for yourself that you can achieve so that you actually move forward with each and every of your interests so that you attain a certain level or certain success, or just in order for you to improve yourself in all of those areas. Because I feel that all of those interests are something that you wish to do for a living. And maybe you want to be a dancer, and then at the same time you want to practice law, and then at the same time you want to be a yoga teacher, and at the same time you want to be a tarot reader, and then you like psychology, so you want to be a life coach. It seems messy, right? But I'm now telling you my story. This is who I am. Okay, so like 5 different branches that seem totally unconnected. I found a way to connect all of those into one. And this, I feel it's possible for you guys as well. So you do not need to settle. This is the thing that you can be entitled for or on. You can do all the things you wish to do, but the way you are doing things need to change, because I feel like you're not having a steady progress within any of those interests. And it is because you feel lost and because you feel that those might never connect, might never have a crossing point. And I do have to tell you that there is a way to connect all of those things you are doing, whichever those are, but you need to be on a different level, on a different state of mind. You need to have a different perception of things. And I do wish to call for action here, guys. If you are willing to write down into the comments what your interests are at the moment, which you do not know how to connect, I would very much love it to see which interests you have, and maybe I can even give you an idea how to connect them. It might not be an idea that you would like, but it will give you just the opportunity to see that there is a way to connect them, but it might not be a way that you would like to connect them, but it actually gives you choice to see that you are not stuck here and that you are helpless here. It will give you the perception of those interests, that it is possible for those interests to be connected and integrated into one whole. So let's take a few more cards to see who you are at the moment, who you are right now, what kind of person you are right now. But I do wish to say, guys, that don't give up on your dreams. You never know why you have been given all those different types of interests. For years, I've been wondering why I have so much different interests, and now it's totally clear to me. They all came into the one integrated whole. Like, they just connected, like when all the puzzle pieces connect and you get the picture, the whole picture. This will happen for you as well, but some adjustments are required here. Let's see who you are now, pile 3. We have the Ace of Wands. So definitely a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation, a lot of interest is present here. We have the Star, we have the Aquarius energy here for all of my dear Aquariuses there. I do love you guys. I have a lot of Aquarius people in my life. And we have the 8 of Cups. So definitely, like I already said, you are somebody who has a lot of inspiration. You're very creative. You have beautiful ideas. If you're an Aquarius, then this pertains to you even more, because you have some ideas that are out of this world. And I do feel that you guys know that what you want to achieve is not possible in the place you're currently at. Whether it's a hometown you live in that don't allow these possibilities for you to happen, or maybe you are surrounded with colleagues, or you work in a certain position where your ideas are not able to be implemented, and there is no way of connecting all of your interest into one meaningful picture. And I do see that you guys will need to evolve. So what I get from this card is not just leaving something behind, it's actually an evolution of your state of mind, of your perception. And this is what I was talking about earlier. So there is a greater picture here. Then you need to be able to see it if you wish to connect all of your interests into one. But you will not see it from this vibration, from this state of awareness you're currently at. You cannot solve your problem from the state of mind that the problem has been created. I think that Einstein even said that. So the problem can be resolved only from a higher level, from a higher state of mind where the resolution lies. So this is, I feel, that needs to be done for you, because you are currently staying in this situation, in this relationship, in this work environment, in this country, region, town, whatever it is, which does not allow you to look outside the box and find a proper solution for yourself. Maybe there are no possibilities where you live. And if you were to relocate, you will see that maybe other people are already doing the thing that you find so unimaginable now. And I feel that this change will open so many things for you guys. And you will be surprised. You will be shocked, but in a good way, because of what is possible for you. Let's see who you are becoming, pile 3. I'm very curious to see whether this will play out for you in a way that I feel that it is possible. So who are you becoming, pile 3? Who are you becoming? The monk or the nun. So we have the light attribute, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, and the shadow attribute negative judgment of the physical world, excess pity. So definitely I'm seeing you in a single-minded dedication to spirit. And what that means is that you will stop trying to figure out how all of the interests will come together and connect. And you will just trust life and trust spirit, that they gave you all of those different interests for some higher purpose that you might not be aware of at the moment. And this is definitely what I did at some point. I said, okay, if I've already been given all of these different interests, then I'm going to try to do my best for each and every one of them and see where that leads me, because I cannot choose one thing. It's just not me. I cannot do one single thing for the rest of my life. It's just not me. I have so much to give. I have so much to do and to offer the world. So that picking just one thing would be disappointing myself and maybe even disappointing spirit. But I feel that you guys will actually get to that conclusion and realization yourself. Maybe you're already there, and this reading will just be another confirmation of that. And I feel that you will just give yourself into all of your interests the best way you can. And this will lead you to the higher state of mind, to a higher frequency from which you will be able to see how everything connects together. I'm so excited for you guys now. I really wish to know what this will become and what you will be doing and who you will become once you start doing all of those things that you are so passionate about. Let's see more. Who are you becoming? Pile 3. We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Who are you becoming? Pile 3. We have the Three of Wands. And who are you becoming? Pile 3. We'll take one more. We have the Strength. So with the Queen of Cups here, I see you really being not only inspired, but you will really take care of everything you'll do. You will pour your heart and soul into it. And this is why I feel that you will achieve great success from it. It might not come immediately. I do have to warn you. So not to expect some miraculous overnight lottery winnings or something, but I do feel that slowly and steadily, with you pouring your heart and soul into what you love doing, you will be setting yourself up for success, and you will be setting yourself up for financial stability as well. I feel that some of you will make a living out of this, and I feel that you will probably, I get a specific message from here, from this card. It's so hilarious. I feel like you will shut people up with your example, because like you were tortured here to choose something that you will never do anything. If you keep going down this path, you will shut some people up with your success here. But the most important thing, I feel that you will prove to yourself that you can do this, and that you are not a failure, because I feel like some of you are currently feeling like a failure because that is what people are telling you, because you simply cannot do all of these things. You will not succeed at anything. And even though they are right in a way, they are also wrong, because you have the ability to connect all of these things into one meaningful thing. And this is why I feel that you shouldn't give up on yourself. You shouldn't give in to all of those thoughts that are making you feel less than, or making you feel like you are incapable, or making you think that there is never going to be anything out of you, so that you will never be anything or anyone important, because you will. This is what I'm getting. You will. Keep going, guys. I definitely feel that This is not so far away. This is something that might happen in the near future, especially with the Three of Wands here. I don't feel like it will take much longer to really see the bigger picture here and to start doing everything you love from a different perspective, from a different state of mind. Let's see what is ready to be let go. What can be let go from your life in order for you to become this person? What can you let go? Pile 3. We have the mature woman. Yeah, so I feel like either there is a female person, so either a mother or a sister, grandmother, friend, a boss, she boss, okay? Somebody who is telling you that you should do. Sorry guys, I had to pause the video because my dishwasher started to make some funny noises. And I feel like that is a message to maybe just whatever this person is saying to you, just pause them, start making noises not to hear them. I feel like this person is just trying to help you out by steering you into a direction that they feel is something that will lead you to success. But the thing is, this person's path doesn't have to be your path, and it isn't your path. They do have your best interest in mind, but they don't know what that best interest is. So definitely let go of anybody's opinion that you need to do something because it is the right way, it is the expected, it is as it always has been, and you need to follow the same path if you want to be successful. Just ditch that opinion. Really, I feel like you are somebody who's different. We got the Aquarius here. You are somebody who is so innovative, so different, so unconventional that you are not meant to walk the same path as those people or this person did. It might be a good path for this person, but you are meant for something much, much greater. Okay? Something much greater. We also have the Leo energy here. You're meant to be a leader. So you're meant to set a certain path, to walk it first so that others may follow. You are a leader here. You're not a follower. You're not a sheep. You're the shepherd. And don't listen to those people. Let go of their opinions and listen to where your motivation and where your passion is leading you towards. I feel like there lies your success, not in the conventional path, not in their opinion. Let's see, what are you attracting in your life? Pile 3. So we have the message of concern. What I get from this is very funny, actually. Like, the whole pile here is making me laugh, but in a good way. It's like very interesting to see that everybody was so concerned, so invested into keeping you on this path, but then you changed and you went your own way. And again, you see the noises. Sorry guys, had to pause again. And then you started going your own path, and everybody was like shocked and and very annoyed and concerned and so agitated on how will you do? Will you be able to survive? Will you be able to go forward? That this will be your demise, and everybody will be concerned. And I feel like people will genuinely be afraid for you, but I feel like you don't have to be invested in that. Let them have their own worries. It's because they feel that you shouldn't be on this path. It's their perception that this cannot be done. And you know why they have that perception? It's because if they were to walk this path, they wouldn't be successful. They would fail. They don't have all the things that you have so that they can succeed. You have been given something special and something different in order for you to be able to succeed with this. They are not those types of person. And this is why there will be concerns about you. But bear in mind that you are different. You're like the black sheep here. You're not meant to follow the same path. You are meant to stand out, to go out of the box, to not follow the conventions or constraints that have been put on you. You are somebody who is meant to release yourself from these restraints, and you have been given everything you need to achieve that. So guys, whatever people will say, however they will approach you with their concerns, just like my dishwasher, just pause them. like don't listen to them. It's just noise. It's just noise in the background. Focus on what's important for you and keep doing you. Let's take some guidance, some advice for your situation here. Let's see what you need to know. Trust. Yes, trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Yes. So this is exactly what I said earlier. You need to have trust, have faith that all of these interests you have been given, they are here for a reason. They are not here in vain. They're not here to torture you. They're not here to stir you off your path. Quite the opposite. They are here to stir you on your path and for you to do something with them. You are able to handle those interests in the right way. Have trust, do you, and let them worry about their own problems, about why are you heading this way, because it is their problem, not yours. You will enjoy this path. Trust me, pile 3. I feel that you will be so happy with this that you cannot even imagine it now. I hope this resonated, pile 3. Sorry for the noise from my dishwasher. I don't even know if you can hear it, but trust me, the noise was awful. I had to pause, but I feel like it was a message for you as well to maybe just ignore the noises, okay? Until next time, pile 3. Bye. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Wolf card and the crystal hematite. What I'm getting from this card is who you currently are and who you will become. And after I tell you a bit about the wolf here, we're going to go deeper into who you are at the moment on the left and who you will become or who you are already becoming on the right. So with the wolf energy, I see you being very protective. You're like a father figure, a mentor, a teacher to a lot of people, or maybe to your family. You are a guardian. You try to provide, you try to secure, you try to protect everybody who you consider to be in your pack. And I feel that you are doing so with great dedication. But because you are so protective, I feel that it can sometimes become a problem in terms of you not allowing your mentor, your pupils, your proteges, your children, your friends, or whoever you are guarding, you're not allowing them to make their own mistakes. Because you know so well the consequences of your actions and you want everybody to prosper, I fear you are actually depriving those in your pack of their own experiences from which they can learn. So I do feel that for you currently, there is a great lack of tolerance or understanding that they also need to get their own experiences, and then you are not here to protect them from every little thing that can happen to them, and that it is actually not a good thing because it leaves them helpless and they're not actually stepping in their own power and they're not able to learn how to stand up for themselves. So this is where I feel you're currently at, and I feel that you will be becoming somebody that's more tolerant, and somebody who can be a bit wiser in how they approach the people that you want to protect. But let's dive deeper into this to see what this actually is. Who are you right now, Pile 4? What do we need to know? Who are you right now? Who are you right now, Pile 4? We almost had a jumper. Who are you right now, Pile 4? Who is this wolf right now? We have the Queen. Light attributes, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Interesting. And the shadow attribute becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. So yes, this is where you're currently at. You do have authority. You do have a higher position, and you do deserve it. But unfortunately, because you want to protect, you start being very intolerant when the people around you start to question and challenge your authority. When somebody wants to do something different than you set your mind on that they should be doing. And because of it, I feel that you can become a bit aggressive, a bit strict. Maybe even you start to ban them from doing some things, and then you get into conflict. I know you have good intentions, and I feel that you shouldn't let them do whatever they want. Of course not. But there is a bit of doing way too much here. And it's because you feel you want to protect them. And I feel like you will get a deeper understanding on what your role actually is in the future. But let's pull a few more cards to see who you are now. Who is Pile 4 now? What do we need to know? We have the 3 of Cups. Who is Pile 3 now? We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm getting for some of you, if you are a single parent, you have to embody both roles, the father and the mother. And this is why you are being so protective, because you have to fill a hole that somebody else left here. And you need to be gentle, but you need to be strict at the same time. It's like you have that role. You need to be both people. Both attributes need to be within you. But because you have such responsibility on you, that such a responsibility has been put on you to be both roles here, I feel that sometimes you can act without thinking. Sometimes you can act out of anger, out of fear that something might go wrong, and then you overreact. And then instead of maybe having a gentle and softer approach, you start yelling, or you start fighting, or you start banning something, prohibiting things. And if you weren't in such fear and anger because something bad might happen, I feel that you would react differently. You will be more nurturing, you will be more understanding, and that you would be more gentler to your people or to the person this pertains to. But I do feel that your intention here is that everybody is happy, satisfied, provided for. And because of that, sometimes you can be a bit harsh because you don't know a better way how to achieve that. And I do feel that you will learn a better way, because you will see that this way is is not leading you to the results you want to achieve. But it is the best that you know, and you are doing the best that you can. I want you to hear this, pile 4. You are doing the best that you can, but you will be learning, I feel, in the future, a better way to resolve the situation or to contribute differently to this relationship here. Let's see who you are becoming, file 4. Not file, but pile 4. Who are you becoming, pile 4? I don't know why I keep saying file. Maybe it resonates with somebody. We have the rebel. Interesting. Light attribute challenges authority to affect social change. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And the shadow attributes rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So I do definitely feel that you will become a rebel yourself, and you will see that your current way of dealing with this situation is way too strict, way too it's restricting. It's actually putting people or situations into little boxes, and it's not something that will lead to compromise or to improve. It will not improve the situation. So I definitely feel that you will start to investigate how can you change your position, how can you change your authority in a way that it is more useful to this whole situation. So you'll challenge your own authority in a way, which is very interesting here. You will make certain changes because you will see that certain aspects of this role are not serving this anymore. And this is the best thing that you can do, pile 4, because if you see that something is not working, do not insist on it. Change it so that you can get the wanted result. So if a certain behavior is not getting you or attaining you a desired result, then that means that you need to change your approach. And this is exactly what you will be doing in the future. Let's see who you are becoming. Let's take a few more cards. We have Justice and the King of Swords. Who are you becoming? Pile 4. Who are you becoming? And the Temperance. I totally thought of Temperance once the Justice came out, and now it came out for you as well. So I see you like setting the record straight. It's like you are going to balance here. You will find the middle path. You will find the perfect solution for yourself, and it will come from your wisdom. So you will definitely find some more information, you will get some more insight, and you will find a better approach to this situation. And I do feel that it will be more fair, that you will be much more respected, and your word will have a much deeper impact on the people you are connected with. And I feel that you will have a much easier and pleasant time, and your position will be more fulfilling, and you will be satisfied with who you have become here, and how are you making an impact on the person or people that are beneath you or around you. And I do feel like this is going to be a very good thing for you. And I feel like you will find a way to be this wolf, but the wolf that is tolerant and that allows change when it sees that a change is beneficial. So kudos to you, pile 4. I feel like this will be a perfect improvement for you and everybody around you. Let's see, what can you let go in order for you to become this person? What can you let go from your life? Pile 4. We have the Coffin. Yeah, there is something that is outdated here in your approach or in this whole situation, and you need to put it to rest. You need to leave it behind. It's no longer serving. It's no longer attributing to anything, and it needs to be buried. It needs to be put aside. And let's see, what are you attracting, pile 4? What are you attracting here? Great fortune, exactly. So there is a positive future and a positive outcome for you once you make this change, once you become the person you are becoming. And I feel like everything will become easier for you, and I feel like you will achieve so much more with this energy than you would achieve if you stayed in this energy. And let's wrap this up with a card for guidance or advice for this situation for pile 4. What do you need to know? What advice do you need to hear? Love, exactly. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So definitely bring love into this situation. If you weren't mad, if you didn't act out of anger, out of fear, if you acted out of love, how would you react? What would your actions be? How would your words be? How would you talk? What would be your tone? What words would you use if you acted out of love? And let that be your guide for this situation forward. My dear pile 4, this was very nice reading. So I hope that it resonated, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye.